Woo! Mean Woo Gene. The Buffalo Bills are styling and profiling into the playoffs. So whether you like it or you don't, it's the best thing going today. Woo! Welcome to Buffalo Mafia Football Talk. I am your host, Tommy, and that was my best impression of Ric Flair. Not very good, but y'all get the clue. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. All right, the recap, baby, of that close game versus the Colts. Okay, my prediction 2 days ago was a little off. I said 34-16. I thought Buffalo was going to have no problem in this game. I thought the momentum was going to be rolling through the playoffs. Colts were better than I expected. I knew they had a good O-line going into this game. But man, I didn't think it was that good. And I was wrong. So kudos to them. They blocked Rivers really well. And they also blocked for those running backs. Those running backs had gaping holes in that game. So, kudos to them. But a win's a win. We'll take it. So I'm going to tell you what I liked during that game, what I didn't like from the Bills, okay? What I liked a lot was Josh Allen's confidence. It didn't seem like the moment was too big for him. I felt like he, it wasn't like last year's playoffs where he was overwhelmed. He was trying to do too much. I thought he was very calm in this game. I also loved Diggs, what he did. He showed his, why we traded for him. I predicted he was going to have about 150 yards. I was damn close. I think he's had 100, close to 130. Beasley, I'm going to give Beasley credit. Though the stats don't show it, the guy clearly was hobbling on that knee. And the dude still showed out, man. He made some big plays when it needed. Also, Gabe Davis with some huge catches. Talk about toe tapping. This guy here is only going to get better, guys. He's a rookie. So, sky's the limit for this guy. Clearly, the dude can play. He just has to work on some things to get to the, top tier of NFL wide receivers. But, dude's making some plays of getting his name out there. The dude can ball, okay? Running backs, what I didn't like. Few things. Running backs. Moss. Sucks that he got hurt. I really like the kid. I still think he has a future with this team and in the NFL. But man, he's just not seeing the holes right. And he's just, he's hurting our team. And unfortunately, he did get hurt that game, and I don't think he's going to be back. He got carted off the field. Singletary, on the other hand, I don't know if it was so much bad. Honestly, I would say when he got the opportunities, he did okay. He didn't do good, but he did okay. And we're going to need him. We're going to need him in this playoffs because even though we're a pass-heavy team, we still got to run here and there. So, hopefully, he steps his game up a little bit here during the playoffs because we will need him from time to time. Now, look for Antonio Williams to be brought up to the playoffs since Moss is hurt. I think that will bring a different element to this Buffalo Bills running game. I think he has a little bit more speed than Singletary. He hits the holes a little faster. He doesn't dance too much in the backfield. But he doesn't have that elusiveness like Singletary does. He doesn't have that cut where he makes a man miss real quick. He's just it's pretty much the hole. He runs, he goes, and he's pretty tough to take down. So I'm kind of excited to see what he does in the playoffs, okay? Number one rule, though, don't fumble, right? So I know McDermott's going to be telling him, hold that damn ball, right? Because that's the damn key, right? I don't care what you do, don't lose that ball. So hopefully, that's instilled in his head, and he does good. What else I didn't like was our defense for the first 3.5 quarters. Really tough. We didn't play the tight end good at all. We could not get to Rivers at all. Now, like I said, they have a good O-line. That could have played, that obviously played a factor in it. But still, not to get him once. I mean, I don't recall him being even hit. You know what I mean? So it just seemed like he was back there doing his thing. We did not play or cover the tight end at all. That guy Doyle was looking like he was Tony Gonzalez out there, in his prime. The guy was wide open. He was just making us look silly. We need to tighten that up because other teams are going to watch that film who's coming in against to play us next week, whoever it is, and they're going to use that against us. So we need to tighten that up. Frazier, McDermott, figure out what the issue is there, okay? That I didn't like that at all. Also, let me go back to what I did like. I know I'm skipping on here. Bass showed up big. He had a huge kick in that game. If you don't make that, we either lose that game or we're in overtime, and who knows what happens there. That was a huge kick. 54 yards in Buffalo with the winds. No, the winds weren't crazy yesterday, but it's still Buffalo, and the winds were there, okay? Clearly, you see the Colts kicker, who's been good all season, only missed 2. Doinked one from 35 yards, okay? So it's not easy to kick in Buffalo, and he kicked that thing right up the middle, and that thing could have went for 60 yards, okay? No problem. So kudos to him, our rookie kicker, showing up in the playoffs. Good job. Bojo was average. He didn't do anything great this game. He didn't do anything bad either. I thought his kicks were okay. Who else? Knox, I did predict scored a touchdown. He did, even though it wasn't a call play. It was more, Allen doing, just what Allen does, backyard football. And he made a play, and that was awesome. But Knox was, other than the touchdown, he was quiet, which he's been quiet all season. So I didn't expect anything as far as receiving yards. I did expect the touchdown, which he did get. I thought the play calling by Dable in the first half was bad, okay? That was not Buffalo Bills football that we've seen all season long. I don't know what that was. We were running more than we normally do, 3 straight times. Negative yards, I just didn't get it. Having Allen run the ball up the middle multiple times, having Allen run sweep runs, I didn't get it. I was confused. It looked like the Texans game from last year all over again. And I was like, uh-oh, this is not looking good. I didn't understand what Dable was doing at all at that moment. Luckily, he did some in-game adjustments, which I praised him for this year. He's finally come to realize that you have to do in-game adjustments. You can't stick with the game plan all 4 quarters. You got to, teams adjust, right? So teams at the half, they adjust. They say, okay, this is what they're doing. You got to adjust. And he was miserable at that the first 2 seasons he was here. Miserable. And I'll be first to admit it. I was not on the Dable train at all. So big kudos to him for stepping up this year and changing it. And maybe that's the fact that Allen's also his 3rd year in, more mature. He can handle his playbook. I don't know. But he has changed it. In that second half, we saw the Bills team that we've been seeing all season long, right? Pass heavy, letting Allen do his thing, running from here and there when we needed to run and kill the clock. That's what we've been doing all year. If that's what works, do it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. right? That everybody uses that saying, and that's true. So, Dable, don't change this offense up. Keep doing what we're doing best. And if we lose, we lose. At least we lost fighting, right? Like playing our style of football, and that's how it should be done. So I don't want to that whole let's run it, let's change it. No. Do what we've been doing. Okay, let's score high points. Let's keep the gas. Let's keep the gas pedal to the metal, and let's roll. Okay. So that I didn't like by Dable in the first half. I love what he did in the second half. On the defense side of things, Frazier, bad game by him up until the last minute, really, of that game. He did not call a good game at all, I don't think. He didn't do any in-game adjustments going into the second half. We still fell flat. Matter of fact, it got worse in the second half. Rivers was just doing what he wanted to do. The running backs were doing what they wanted to do. It just seemed like we were kind of confused on who. We had a guy wide open for a touchdown there at the end. I think it was Doyle again, right, for the touchdown, wide open, no coverage. I don't understand what happened. It was a total breakdown there on defense. But I will give our defense credit for that last minute when that was clearly a fumble. Okay, clearly. I don't get what the refs were seeing. They even had to go to replay, which, by the way, we had to call time out so the refs could figure out what the hell they were doing, because we can't call a challenge under 2 minutes. That's the ref's job. How the hell did they not call that thing? I couldn't believe it. So I thought for sure the game is over. I'm sitting here going, game over. Fuck yeah. I mean, I'm screaming, dude. My neighbors are probably looking out their windows going, who is this crazy person out? You know, I was tearing up. I was so happy we finally won. You know, been so long, 25 years. They're looking under that hood. I'm like, what is taking so long? What the hell? What are they looking at? It's clear as day. You see Poyer. You see the guy, he caught the ball. I think it was Pittman, right? Caught the ball. Poyer running up to him. Poyer actually paused, waited. Smart football play for him to start to get up and make a football move, which he did. And he pounded that ball right out. It was clear fumble. He didn't touch his back with his left hand until his knee was off the ground. It's clear as day. I do not know what the hell that guy was looking at. And he was looking for like 5 minutes. Okay, longest replay ever. And I said, there's no way they're going to screw us here. There's no way. There's no way. People are going to be... Can you imagine if we lost that game? Could you imagine? On a bullshit play call, on a bullshit call like that, when it was clear as day to everybody, that was a fumble. Everybody. And they blew it. And thank God, and kudos to our defense for not getting down, for not putting their head down and saying, oh, this is it, you know, bad call, we got screwed, you know, what can we do? No. They went out there and they shut Rivers down, that Colts team down for 4 straight plays. And we finished it. Okay? And that's the way Buffalo Bills football should be played. We don't give up. Okay? And that's how I want to see it all playoffs. Also, the refs. Speaking of the refs. The whole game, Rivers, that play clock was at 0 multiple times. I think at least 4 times that I saw, maybe more, I don't know. And the stupid announcers kept saying, well, you know, that's the way the refs have been calling it. You know, if it's at 0 and they feel like the ball's about to get snapped. What? No. If the ball's at 0, you call the fucking, excuse my language, you throw the flag. It's a penalty. The ball has not been hiked. The ball has not been snapped. The clock reads 0. What the hell are you looking at? Same thing as last season in the playoffs. It's the same thing, right? So last season, it worked out to be the same way. It was Texans game, play clock issues. What the hell was going on there? So I don't get it, but whatever. We fought through it. We won the battle. We won the game. Now it's time to move on. Hopefully the refs are better next weekend, because that was ridiculous. So that's that's my recap of the Colts game. And all I got to say is we will play better next weekend. That was our C game, folks. If we bring our A game, I don't think any team will match us head to head. Not with this offense. I'm sorry. Hey, you guys, thank you again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Bills Mafia #1. Peace!